Talk Monday live. So, guys, I'm trying out this live. If you were with me yesterday in our rescheduled crochet meeting, then you would have known that you would have heard, probably if you stayed through the whole thing or at the right time, that I was going to try and move live crochet yarn talk Mondays to live. So this is it. This is what we're doing today. Whether it stays like this or not, I don't know. But welcome. I'm Angie with the Yarn Room, and I like to talk about yarn, and I like to crochet, and I like to take you along with me. So let's go. This week, usually on Yarn Talk Mondays, I'll tell you what I've done this week. And so last week on Yarn Talk Monday, I told you about our little dog Queso, and he would be needing some help. He needed to be put out of his misery of his illness and everything. But he came by, my daughter brought him by this last Monday to give me, let me say some goodbyes. And I've been seeing him a lot lately, knowing that this was coming up. But while he was here, he just kept fainting, and he kept having seizures. And I mean, they would be like, I don't know, a minute or 2 minutes or even 5 minutes apart, but he oh, it was not good. And I told her, I said, and my dogs usually bark at him, because they don't like anybody. But they did bark a little bit, but they were just like smelling him. They were so curious. And that's how they did with my other pup. They knew something was up with him. They just wanted to smell him. I think they smelled that it was the end, and he was shutting down. So I told her to call the vet at where my other daughter works, and they took him in. And we had to say goodbye on the Monday instead of waiting for the Thursday. I thought it would be too cruel to let him to wait till Thursday. So anyways, that's what happened at the beginning of the week. So I don't want to talk about that anymore other than saying nice things about our little Queso. Hello, Shoto. I'm good. Thank you, Shoto. This is for all of you UK people. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Shima. Hello. So, Yarn Talk Monday, here we are. Okay, so then we took care of that business. And then Tuesday I went to my crochet meeting, but I had a strange, was it that day? No, that was not. Tuesday I was just bummed out. Wednesday I was bummed out. Tuesday I decided to let me go and grab it, okay? Because last time I didn't show you guys. I'm back. Okay, so on Tuesday, I went to my crochet meeting, and I said, let me just make a strawberry pillow, because I was bummed out, like I said, and I didn't want to think about anything. I know, Shoto. I know you're from the UK. I remember that. You, Amanda here, Humphrey, she is from the UK also. I call her Mandy. Good. Winsome Cat, hello. Okay, this is Yarn Talk Monday, and we're talking yarn. Anyways, so on Tuesday I was bummed, and I said, I just want to crochet. I want to hang out with my people. I didn't even want to drive. I just was so bummed out, I think, because of Monday. And I wished I could just like snap my fingers and I was sitting there with my friends. But I ended up driving, and it was okay. And I sat there and I crocheted, and I said, I have red yarn. I'm not even gonna think about anything. I'm gonna make a strawberry pillow. But the strawberry pillow turned into a strawberry purse. And on my shorts, you don't see that I already added this on, because I did my short before I added my little, what do you call those, seeds? And it opens up with this little strand that I wove through these double crochets. And even though I don't know if I needed it, but I made this little, let's see if I can share this with you guys. If you can see, I'm pulling these. I made the little curlies, right? I made these little curlies. And oh, I didn't end it well, but pretend we don't see that. And I made this kind of like band that went around both of these and secured it at the in the center, and added the little flower for the strawberry, because the strawberries have the little yellow white flower with the yellow center. And I attached it in here. It goes up and down the straps. You see? Let's see if I can show that to you. It goes up and down. And so I just put that on there for security so these wouldn't go through the, it could still, because they're kind of, you could just pull this right out if you wanted to. You could make it more secure. And then anyways, you open and you cinch, and it turned out nice. I love it. More dry skin. Got caught on the yarn. So cute. So cute. I started to make another one. So I'm going to be working on those. Not today necessarily, but this is not the same as the other one, is it? No, maybe it is. Okay, so here is this one. I don't know what I was working on with this. Oh, it's okay. I was making I also learned how to make what do you call this thing again? An I-cord using this loom. I'm gonna make a video. I don't know if you can see the yarns on there, the loops of the yarn, but I learned how, I have everything else attached to this. I learned how to make that I-cord using just a loom. You don't have, I didn't realize, I thought you always have to use the whole thing in a circle, but you don't. You can just make, use 3 prongs, 4 prongs. And then I know that you can make a flat piece out of this because you can just wrap it around and not meet it and just go back and forth instead of going around and around. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm going to work on that. Let's see. Thank you, Shoto. Thank you, Winsome Cat. Hi, Manuela, Lady Crochet. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking. Thank you, man. The clever ideas come from YouTube. Sometimes some of them might come straight out of my brain, but this one didn't. Hi, Poot. I'm not going to say your name all the way. Oh, Pot. I'm going to call you Pot. Pata? Pata? Yes. I'll say it like that because another way in Spanish, that's kind of like it sounds like a bad word to me. So I'm going to call you Pata. Hello. Welcome, Pata. Thank you, Pata. The skull in the back, that is a yarn bowl. I can put my round yarn in there and it'll keep it from rolling away. I had a friend who 3D printed. I have not seen her in a long time. I need to go and check on her. Thank you for reminding me. Rose the Dutch Therian. Ooh, hello. Rizzo Dixie, hello. Y'all welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Rizzo Dixie, hello. Hi, Mia. Agatha, hello. Oh my gosh, we're getting a lot of people in here. Thank you for coming in. Uh-oh, Rose, you better go get your omelet. Hi, Angela. Is it Brannon? Let me see. I can't see with my shirt. Let's see. Branham. Hello. Yes, hi, Mia. Your sister is obsessed with crochet? Well, who isn't? I thought everybody was. I thought that was normal. Did you get it, Rose? You got it? It's not burned. Hi, Anna. I'm going to start talking in a minute, so if y'all ask me stuff, I might get behind. Don't forget to leave your things. Who else did I? Oh, 1AYTC. Hello, hello, hello. It is very addictive. Thank you, Kat. I know he does. I know he loves me. Okay, anyways, so I forgot about that. Thank goodness I have my bag here to tell me what to remember. And I got excited because this yarn has something to do with what I want to talk about next. But I'm going to stick it in here and I know that it's there. And if I forget, y'all let me know where it is. It's in this big ball sack of a bag that my friends make fun of me about. Anyways, so the next thing that I did, and it is the same yarn. No, is it? I don't know if it is. Let me examine it. Is this the same yarn? It is. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough with these two balls, but I have this. This is, oh, okay. I can't wait. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, so what I'm working on with this yarn here, which is the big twist, and I'm very sad that I didn't buy more, but it's called Inclusivity. Is it there? Anyways, I have been wanting, and it's been in my mind for so long, not so long, a week, last Tuesday, that seems like forever to me, to make a shawl. And oh, I didn't put it in the description, but I will when I go back. Put it in the description of the video tutorial that I'm using for what I'm about to show you. But if you go back to my live right before this one, it is in the description. And I'm going to try to remember to put that in there. But here's the other scheme that I'm working with. I'm going to make a shawl. Look at that beautiful color. Rainbow. Oh my gosh. I love it. What do you think? And it's a very easy repeat, and it gives you a nice little border on here, and you don't have to go back and make a border. It's so pretty, and I want to do another one in ombre. I already know I want to make a whole bunch of these, and they are perfect gifts for anybody, you know? What is the time right now? Haley asks. I am at 11:11 a.m. in Central Time in the U.S. I'm in Texas, Haley. Rose is in the Netherlands. Wow. 1810. Rose, I don't know what that means. Let's see. That's 6, that's 12, that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is it like 5 o'clock in the afternoon there? I know that yarn chicken. I was so nervous yesterday when I was working on this and I kept thinking about you, Mandy. I was like, what was I thinking that maybe I could just use one skein? And you're like, you might need both. And now I started thinking, I don't know. I'm getting longer and longer each row. I don't know. I might need more than just that second one. So pray for me, people. I am AM right now, 11:12 a.m., Haley, here in Texas. Thank you, Winsome. You're at night. Okay. Thank you, Manuela. Sometimes I do that, Winsome Cat. Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you that you can go back and watch this one later. It will be, but you wouldn't be able to interact with us. So, but you can watch this later on my channel if that helps you and your stress. It's 10 past 5 here in the UK. Okay. Six. Okay. Okay. Rose, 6 p.m. Yay, Haley, that's the point. Let's crochet together. No, Mandy, you made me think because I don't know what I was thinking. But you set me straight, Twinsy. You're making a wallet right now. Cool. Hi, Rita. Hi, Rita. Y'all come on in. Don't forget to leave thanks for me. If you want your to share your channel on here, you certainly can. Just type in the word drop, DROP, and it should drop your channel. And if anybody wants to subscribe to any of the people here, then you can. Omelet. What? Yeah. Yay, Manuela. Oh, good. Talking with me, Winsome. We got some good priorities, don't we? Okay, so then Tuesday, I was at my crochet meeting, and my friend Stacy, I say her name, y'all don't know her, so her name is Stacy. She does beautiful work, and she does not work with Red Heart. She works with Fancy Dancy yarn, and she makes beautiful clothing. So she was talking about a shawl, and all of a sudden that thing could not get out of my head, and I said I need to go look for a shawl pattern, and I found so many, but this one was like a good one. Excuse me, I'm gonna go and clean, bite my nose. Okay, good, better. And I found this one because this one, it gives you a border, like I said at the end, and it's a simple mesh stitch, but it has a little picot in where it joins, and that really adds a little extra to me. And eating up my yarn too, but that's okay. It's so pretty, and we'll see how big I can get this. I will finish when I finish the yarn. That's how big it's gonna be. That's what I say. But simple mesh, you know, it's like 5 single crochets in between. You hook it back up to the next mesh with a single crochet, and then you chain 3, and then you do your little picot. I don't know if you can see, but you do your little picot and slip stitch through it, and 5 crochet, 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, and repeat all the way down until you get to the end, and then you make like this granny little thing stitch with 2 of them, and it makes the little edges like little points. It's so gorgeous. I love it. Any kind of ombre, a solid color would look good in this, but yeah, I really recommend this one. Yeah, it is. Well, it's really hard for me. Some people are on the money, you know, they know. And then of course I never look at patterns, and they telling me weights and stuff like that is just like goes in one ear and out the other ear, and I don't know what it meant. You know what I mean? Yes, you can, Haley. You can make videos, make money making videos. I do that. I got monetized probably like in 6 to 8 months. You have to meet the requirements. You go on YouTube and you go and find what the requirements are, and just set up your video and just start being yourself with you and your sister. That would be awesome. And then you could tell us what channel it is, and I will go and follow you. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does take a while, Rose. I don't make a lot, but you know, it's like money I didn't have before. So maybe one day, but that's not what I'm here for. I would love to make money, lots and lots of money just to pay off my house and everything. But I'm here to just share my crochet and talk to all of you guys. And so I feel like I'm very successful because I get to talk to you guys and show you what I like. Scrambled eggs. You're still talking about your eggs, Rose. Yes, that's right, Manuela. That's our goal, right? With toast. Y'all are y'all hungry? I haven't eaten. Oh no, I had a banana and I have my coffee, of course. Mm-hmm. For Shoto, Mandy, and who else is in the UK? I love y'all. Mm-hmm. Ooh, scrambled egg on toast. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Mercedes, hello. I miss you, Mercedes. I haven't seen you in a while. Come on in. We're just talking and crocheting, maybe, because I get sidetracked, you know. But I'm putting, this is Yarn Talk Monday, so this is easier for me, only because I don't have to edit it, and what you see is what you get, and we can talk about whatever happened during the week, because sometimes it comes to me afterwards. After I make a video, I'm like, oh, I should have said, oh, I should have said. And this way I have the opportunity for it to, you know, come out, to get into my brain and come out of my mouth. So Shima is from the UK. Shima, why didn't I know that? Shima, here's for you, Shima, too. Sorry, Mandy, you're going to have to share this mug with a lot of people. Sorry, Mandy. What do you mean you make a Haley? What do you mean that you make a circle instead of a straight mesh? Well, I'm trying to think. If you made it in a circle, then you're going round and round and you're hooking it up. But if you're working in a line, it will curve for a little while. And then when you go back in another row, you go down, make one, you make the chain, then you go back down, and it will kind of curve on its own. But then when you're over here and you come back, it look, it does like want to scrunch in on itself, you know. But if you're following a pattern, I would trust the pattern. You got to trust it, even though it looks weird, you know, at some point. But I would trust the pattern. But I don't know. I don't know. I just followed this pattern. So I've made mesh bags before. Oh, it's here in my big old mess. Look at this. I forgot I had all this stuff here. Okay, this is a mesh bag that I made, and I love this pattern. I have a video on this if y'all are interested. Oh, look, the hook just flew out of here. And I love this bag. I want to make a little bag that I would throw in here so to keep things from falling out, that it wasn't permanent. It's just something that I would put in there, you know, and it could cinch. A hook fell out. Oh, look, here's my 4 that goes in my... Okay, so I have this little pouch that my friend gave me. And my friend Sylvia gave this to me. And I'm missing all of my hooks in here. And this is the 4, so I'm going to put that back in there. And I know it is the one because it's either the only ones that have black letters on it. And I'm like, okay, that one goes in there. And then my husband just found one. Where did I put it? He just found one, and he goes, is this yours? And I'm like, yeah. My dog chewed it up. The bottom is missing. And you know who's responsible for that. Oh, Daisy. Oh, Daisy. Okay, and now let's see. We're on Tuesday. I came back home feeling kind of sad. Came home and worked on my strawberry. And Wednesday, I might have stayed in bed all day. I think I stayed in bed all day. I don't remember. You know, I just take care of my dogs, my birds, and, you know, if I need to get up and eat and go go to the bathroom or anything like that, that's what I did. I think it might come back to me if I did something else. And then, oh, I'm looking at my dog's blanket. Allegra made this a long time ago, and it's the dog blanket. Isn't that cute? This is when she was just learning how to crochet, and it's kind of like a little wonky and everything. I love it. I love it. Great. And look at her ends. Back in the old days when she was still in high school, I believe, or intermediate. I don't even know. Well, anyways, our doggies use that. They love that little blanket. What else? Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, Thursday. Let's not even talk about Thursday, but I am. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. Oh no, Rose. Plug it in, Rose. Plug in your phone. Rainbow colors. Oh my goodness. And then that other blanket was gorgeous. Yes, welcome at Shatta. Yes, thank you for welcoming her, Shima. Pet World, you joined? What did you join? What did you join, Pet World? Thank you, thank you. Okay, I think she got this on Temu. I think, but I will ask her. But it has all these, and I don't use these because I need to buy some grips for these because it's hard for me to hold them. But once I get the grips, these things will be probably missing too, you know? But, and it came with a lot of stuff that's still in here that I don't really use too much. Oh, what is this? I'm seeing things for the first time here, people. A lot of needles and things like for knitting and whatever. And a seam ripper. Oh, I love that. And I really don't delve into this. And a whole bunch of stitch markers and stuff. And, you know, things like that. But I keep it in here because I like the little round part to stay full. Because I will put scissors and stuff in here. This also came in there. I'm going to put this back in here so I know where it's at. But my goal is to find all the missing ones. They're here somewhere. I have them somewhere. Let's see, that's not one of them. But I'll ask her where she got it. But I think it was Temu. I think it was Temu. You better grab it before you can't get anything at Temu anymore. Really sad about Temu. I don't know what's going to happen. So, anyways, Thursday. What a day. What a day. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Haley, crochet is part of my everyday. Even when I'm sick, I want to sit there and just crochet in the bed. You know, I'll be crocheting. I might put it down. I might fall asleep with it in my hands. I'm a little obsessed. I've been crocheting since let's see. I would say I learned how to make a chain in the 2nd grade. Made a chain with my hand. I wish I could remember that little girl's name that taught me how to do that. And I was never the same after that. So I just chained and chained. I didn't know what I could do with it, but I know I like making a chain. But then when I got to be a teenager, I always say about 15 years old, because I just kind of, it was somewhere in the middle of my teens. I asked my grandmother to teach me how to crochet, and she said, okay. And we sat down, and then she realized she forgot. She was really old at that time. She lived to be over 100 years old, that lady. Anyways, she forgot. So we kind of had to learn on our own together. So I never knew what stitches were, what they were called. I just knew in my head if I made more chains here and I attached the chains here and I would ask her, does that look right? And she goes, yes, yes, but make it, you know, whatever. But she couldn't really teach me. So I learned then, and, you know, I would pick up yarn every now and then and make something, but not until maybe I would say about the last 5 or 6 years I have been crocheting. And then this channel is about to have its birthday, the yarn room, and that's when I started my channel. And I really, really became obsessed with my yarn. I was obsessed before. I always had a mess and I always had yarn everywhere. My husband's like, why is it, how did this yarn get over here? I don't know. I even go to the bathroom, and then when I stand up and I go to flush, I'm like, what is that? Yarn is in the toilet. Oh my gosh, I know that's TMI, but it's what happens with the crocheters. It came off my clothes, or I don't know where. No, Rita, I never did find her toy. I went straight out there to look for it. I think she has it somewhere. We're going to get a text saying, oh, she found it, or it was in the car the whole time, or something like that. I looked in all the usual places where the dogs would have put it after they chewed it or while they were playing with it and whatever. I didn't see it, but I didn't look outside. Sometimes Daisy will take stuff outside and we won't find it. So no, I did not. Let's see, I missed some things here. Okay, yes, I got that. Okay, Pet World. Crochet needles. Wow. I'm getting a lot of text up here. That's why I keep looking up. You're crocheting? Yay! From who is that? Is it pronounced hey hey? From Moana. I've never watched Moana, so I don't know the characters. Philippines. Haley, are you Filipina? My husband is Filipino. My kids are half Filipino, half Mexican. Beautiful combination. Gorgeous. I feel like the Filipinos are taking over the world. That's what I said one time when I was coming out of surgery, because I told my husband, before I met you, I didn't even know that, Philippines or the Filipinos or anybody. I never knew anybody, right? And then all of a sudden, after marrying him, I see Filipinos everywhere and I can recognize them. Maybe I just thought they were Mexican, because when I met my husband, I thought he was Mexican because we live in Texas. His last name is Spanish. So, yeah. Thank you, Mindy. I know. Good job for when she was young, right? Okay, so Thursday. I still can't get to that. Woke up on Thursday because I knew I had to go get some blood work. So I got up, I got dressed, and I also had to, where I get my blood work done is just down the hall from where I go to see my oncologist and my hematologist. He's the same doctor. And so I had to drop something off there. And so I said, I'll go get my blood work done. I knew it was Thursday. But I get there and they're like, no, your appointment is next Thursday. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. How embarrassing. And then when I walked in, they were very nice and polite to me. And then all of a sudden they said, oh my gosh, we didn't recognize you, because I had straightened my hair that day. We didn't recognize you without your buns. Apparently my buns are the only thing people remember. And I'm talking about these buns right here. Anyways, but I thought that was pretty funny. And I said, okay, sorry. I went to the doctor's office. I did what I needed to do there, drop whatever I needed to drop off there. I was crocheting while I was waiting, of course. Do you guys take your crochet everywhere? Hide it in a little bag that maybe a place where like you want to just do it just kind of on the down low, you know? But I did that and I thought, oh, okay, what a way to start it, right? What a way to start the day, not even have the appointment. Don't forget to drop your channels here if you want people to go and follow your channel. Filipinos are smart, so some of them become, what? My mom is in Texas as a nurse. Yeah, all my nurses, okay, I go to the hospital quite frequently. A lot of Filipinos in the hospital. A lot of them. Love them. And actually, I got mistaken for a Filipino one time. And they asked me what island I'm from. So I told them Galveston, because I live close to Galveston Island. I'm like, I'm just Mexican. Mexican girl. American. Mexican American. Haley. Yes, loyal. My husband's been with me for 36 years. We've been married. You love my glasses, Akshata? Yay, thank you. I know. My husband thought it was weird at first, but he puts up with me. You do too, Mercedes? You take it with you? Yay. Okay, so Thursday, then after that, what did I do? I decided to go to the grocery store. My dogs needed some food, and I needed some, what else did I get? Oh, no. Got food and maybe got some drink. I don't know, like a tea. I like tea. Unsweetened tea. And so I went and I actually walked. I haven't been using the carts very much because I've been feeling really good. I had infusions and all kinds of stuff that they pumped me up with. So I think I'm feeling really good. I think that's what it is. And so I went to the grocery. I walked and I didn't have very much, many items. So I decided I was going to go through the self checkout. And so when I did, I had my cart in front of me. I would take my item, scan it, put it in the bag. Take my item, scan it, put it in the bag. Take my item, put it in the bag. Take my item, put it in the... I started putting things in the bag without scanning them. And after I went for the second one to put it in there, I was like, oh my gosh, I put my other one in the cart, and I took the one in the bag, and I went to go scan it because I hadn't scanned it, and it wouldn't scan. And then I turned around, and there's a lady standing next to me like an attendant with it. And I said, it won't scan. She said, because you put it in your bag and didn't scan it. And I was like, oh, I felt like a thief. Oh my goodness. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, and blah, 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 and all this, and the more I talked, the worse it seemed. It seemed like I made myself sound like I really was trying to take it on purpose, but now I have to make an excuse. And you know how that is, I don't like feeling guilty. I don't like people to think bad things about me. It doesn't take a hold of me like it used to when I was little, because you can't change people's minds, right? But yeah, what a day. I told her, I said, I need to go back home and throw the covers on my head and start over, because that was a day. And then I had crochet meeting. We went to a sailing club. One of our members is part of a sailing club. So they allow her to have meetings there or use it for whatever event. And so she had us there, and it was so nice by the water. I love it. But I don't like water sounds at night. It freaks me out. It makes me nervous. I don't know why. So let's see what y'all are doing. Haley, you're half Filipino and Mexican. What? Haley? Really? You must be gorgeous like my daughters. And my son, he's pretty gorgeous. He's pretty gorgeous. Yes, there is yarn everywhere, Mandy. Good night, Haley. I'm glad we're friends now. I hope you subscribed. And don't forget to leave the thanks up there at the top. I think it might be on the top. I don't know, depending how you're watching. Well, anyways, so Thursday. Friday, oh my gosh, I was already starting to stress because Saturday was my crochet, craft market. I didn't have anything really to be responsible for, but still, I knew I had to be there. And so I was there, and I said, okay, at least I thought Brianna had told me that I was going to be with her booth, and they were just going to take care of all the items, and I didn't have to worry about taking money and be responsible for a booth. When I got there, they said, here's your table right smack in the front. And I did at one time tell her that I would be a greeter, to greet people hi and whatever. So they put me in the front, and I was like, I didn't know, and I was not prepared. I don't have a tablecloth. Don't worry, I got a tablecloth for you. Oh, okay. And so all the little stuff that I brought, I wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the stuff that I brought, I put on the table, and it made a whole booth, And I did pretty good, but Allegra, let me tell you, that girl, she blew everyone out the water. She wasn't even going to have a booth, and then she did at the last minute. I think she was telling you guys about that. And so that girl, she made a killing. I did okay. And the best thing, the community came out. It was kind of a little slow, but you never can tell when something is going to be great, because we've had some great ones where I've made close to $1,000 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on on my booth. I think the Christmas one I made that much, about $900, I think. And so you kind of can't gauge, you know what I mean? I think we could have done better advertising. But anyways, I didn't have to stress over it. My daughter says, you and I can rent it, because of course you have to be in the neighborhood to rent it. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, yes. So I'm responsible for everything. And if anything goes wrong, it's under my name. That's the only stress I get, right? But she did all the heavy lifting of arranging all of the booths, getting vendors, and it turned out really, really well. Noni's live. Ooh, hi, Noni. Hello, Noni. Okay, so did you have to resubmit it, Noni? Thank you so much. I'm gonna like that. Can I like this? Can I? No, it doesn't let me. Hello, Nani. I love being in your live the other day. You were talking so sweetly and so comforting that I was falling asleep, lady. I was falling asleep. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Thank you, Noni. I was like, oh, so soothing. Noni, when are you going to come over here and pull the covers up on me and tuck me in? Sometimes I don't even know how long I was like, had my eyes closed, but I don't think I missed too much. I stayed on there pretty much until you were done crocheting. Are you done with your blanket? I'm doing the Yarn Talk Monday live right now, and I think I might be moving it to lives. It would be so much better for me, and I think so much better for you guys, because then you get to hear me just talk about my week, and I don't have to do the editing, and we can get it done, and it's stress-free for me. Okay, so we're on Saturday. Saturday we had the craft show. What happened during the craft show? Anything happen? Met some lovely people. There's a lady there that I met, and we're going to invite her to our things. She's part of our crochet group online, but she's never attended any of the events. So I told her I'm going to, because she works during the day, and she lives kind of a little far away, where it would be inconvenient for her to come and then go, and it'd be too late for her. Anyways, I told her when we meet somewhere, like at a coffee shop on the weekends or something like that, I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you and tell you where we're at, and you and your daughter can come and visit us and hang out with us. And then we can even go over there to Galveston where she lives, and there's a shop there that's really nice to go to. That's not open on Mondays. And so then her daughter, Allegra's like a little magnet. Sometimes when I go places, I attract all the children, and the children are sitting with me and they want to hang out with me and stuff like that. And I love it. But Allegra has that little part in her too. She attracted all the little kids, wanted Allegra. And this one lady I was talking to you about, her daughter was so attached to Allegra. She talked to her so much. She was so cute. I loved her. So I hope they do come in and hang out with us, you know? What? Noni is now a crocheting ghost hunter? I know, I think about that too. You know? Okay, I'm going to go back and see, what did Noni say? Let's see. Yes, I think about that too. What if I just opened my house and just made a barrier they couldn't go any further, and no, you can't use the bathroom, and come and buy my stuff? What, Rita? You won? Yay! 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 Okay, guys, don't forget to leave your thumbs up for this Yarn Room Yarn Talk Monday. So, okay, so we're on Saturday still. Eddie came, and he was here early in the morning helping Brianna, and Allegra was helping Brianna also set up the booth and get everybody started, and everybody was ready, but by the time the craft show started. But we did all decide to leave a little early because it had really slowed down. Nobody was coming in anymore. So we shut down, and I stayed and I helped Brianna clean up the clubhouse. Brianna, she is a workhorse, that lady. She reminds me of me when I was younger. I would do all of the heavy lifting and everything. I can't do that now, but she's like me in that way. And she did a beautiful job. It was awesome. Thank you, Brianna. If you ever watch this, I don't think she watches my channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. And I don't mind if you put me in the corner somewhere and you can hear me just talking. But I'm trying to keep this as my Yarn Talk Monday and talking about my week. Sunday. Usually on Saturdays, we have the crochet meeting at 9 a.m. here on the Yarn Room. But I decided I had to reschedule because of the craft show. Closer. I had to reschedule because of the craft show, and We had our crochet meeting on Sunday. So what did I do on Sunday? Oh, yes. After all the hullabaloo of the craft show, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me see what y'all are saying. Let's see. Oh, and a dog paw, Amanda. That is so adorable. Amanda is crocheting a blanket for her dog shaped like a dog paw. Oh, okay. Get it together, people. Noni, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And you know what? And while we're staying alive, we're enjoying it, right? Yes. That's all. That's all. Some days are better than others. But we can do it, lady. We can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still counting. And so Sunday, back to Sunday. You know see how I get sidetracked, people? You see how I get sidetracked? Sunday, Allegra decided after the all hullabaloo of Saturday that we're going to meet at the coffee shop with some friends. And not everybody could show up that was invited, but I don't even know who was invited to come. But 2 lovely people came, and they're a couple. And our friend, I won't say, I've said her name before. So we met Isabel and Kyle. Kyle's her partner. And I'm sorry, I keep licking my lips because they're so dry, and I know I shouldn't lick them, but anyways. And they came and we talked and talked, and Allegra says, Kyle, I'm going to interview you. Asked him all kinds of questions. I love it because then we find out about them, right? And so they're from Montana, but they moved here, and I'm like, you moved here? You came to find me. I know that's why you moved here. They're a sweet, sweet couple. They are always so generous and kind and soft-spoken, and I don't think that they mind that I'm loud and weird, and Allegra's loud, and I wouldn't say Allegra's weird, but if she's anything like me, yeah, I guess some people might say she's weird like me. And that's okay. Takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. And so that's what we did Sunday. And then we stayed there at the coffee shop for a couple of hours, I think. And after that, I told Allegra, let's go to Joann's. And I thought I was done. I made a video of my last trip to Joann's. It was not my last trip. I've made 2 since then. And so if I have a link in my description of what we did, I had a love fest there with you'll see if you go watch it. But the description is, in the description is the link, and it's my newest upload, so go check it out. Let me see who just, okay. Oh, your doggy just had surgery, Amanda? Oh, yes, make her a blanket. Enjoy waking up every morning when people ask me, oh, how you doing? I'm like, good, good. I woke up this morning. It was awesome. Yes, I love everybody in this chat. You are weird, Noni, and I love you. Thank you, Rita. You're so sweet. Oh, people that are so sweet. I'm like, I don't think I'm a sweet person. You know, I am, I mean, I'm not a mean person or anything on purpose, but there's some people that are just so sweet, and they, yeah. So anyways, I was telling my friend there, my goal in life. My goal in life is, I might want to make a video of it, is to be that stranger or friend that will say something that will stick with you forever, and it means something to you. You know what I mean? Even to the person, like maybe I go and open the door for someone and I say something, and you never know when you say something that it's going to stick, because I watched this one video, which I would love to make a video of. I may ask everybody at my crochet meeting on Tuesday, who is the one stranger you remember? And it sounds weird, right? but everybody will know what I'm talking about. There was this lady at the grocery store and she blah blah blah, and how did they impact your life, whatever, you know. But stop and think about it. Is there anybody that you didn't know and they were a stranger and they're still a stranger and you don't know where they're at in life and they did something that impacted your life? I think that that's great to think about, and I aspire to be one of those strangers. You know, I want to make an impact on somebody's life and I don't need to know about it. I don't need to know, it just needs to be for them. Look where I am. I finished the round. And in this round here, this is how you make it. You turn it around and you slip stitch going up here, and then you make, no, you slip stitch here, and then you make your little granny thing right here, cluster, your 2 granny cluster. And then you go on with your mesh. And then when you reach the other side, you make another one and you turn. Very simple. So if you go back to my last live, you'll see it in the description, and I will try to put it in this description. Oh my God. Okay. Shatika, thank you, and hello. Okay, I'm sweet. Rita says I'm sweet. I'm sweet. I take it. I'm sweet. I'm sweet. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, that's so nice, Shatika. Yes, and you don't know where he's at, but you remember him, right? Wow. Yes, I love that. I love that. We make a difference in people's lives. We don't have to know them, but we do. You never know when somebody's watching you and what they take home, because we do the same thing, right? Oops, I think I made too many chains there. I needed 3 for my little Pico. Pico. Every time I say that, I want to say Roscoe Pico Train. Do you remember that show? I never even watched it, but I saw that guy's name. Heard people say that a few times when I was younger. And when I say Pico, I'm like Roscoe Pico Train. Do y'all know what show that's from? Carter's Country, maybe? Old folks will know it. All you young folks won't know what I'm talking about. But Roscoe Pico Train. Everyone is sweet. It really, I don't. Okay, so if you want to see bad, you will see bad. You will find fault with everybody if you're looking for it. If you look for good, you will find good. Yes. Sebastian. Yes, I can say your name. Okay, thank you, Sebastian. Dukes of Hazzard. Is that what it's from? Roscoe Pico Train. He was one of the police officers or whatever, right? Ooh, thank you, Noni. That's a good way to do it, Shatika. Yes. Makes the world so much better to pay it forward. I'm so nice and chill. Ooh, thank you, Sebastian. You never watched it? Yeah, me too. You know, I never really watched it. I caught some and I knew the references, and you know, it's iconic during our time. Really, you should let yourself shine. You were very shy. I had somebody, there's a stranger, he made an impact on my life too, but also gave me total creep vibes. I'm going to tell you about it in a second. Let me just, Dukes of Hazzard. Yes, yes, Samantha. Thank you, Sebastian. Yes, you're old, you know, the old shows. Thank you, because I need help with that, Noni, because I'm old too, but Roscoe, the dumb deputy. I know. Hi, Rosalie. Yes, I hope you're feeling better, Rosalie. So, what was I going to tell you? The man that made my, it's creepy. Okay. So I call him Jumbo Eyes and Jumbo Nose. I could not, that's mean. I told you it was mean, but that's the man with the jumbo eyes and the jumbo nose. So back in the old days, I was going to art school. I would catch the bus and go all the way across town to the Art Institute of Houston. And I would ride the bus, I'd get on, and I was sitting in one seat, and there was an empty seat in front of me, and this man came on, and he was a little odd. You could tell by how he walked. I didn't know if he had any issues, but he walked and he looked at me, and I didn't pay much attention to him. I looked at him, and he sat down in front of me. And I mean, he did like a creepy turn, really slow. And he says, "Don't let Mexican beauty get you down." I was like, okay. I was very shy still at the time, and I didn't know what it meant. And he didn't turn back around. He stayed there and he faced me and he just was looking at me, didn't say anything. And I was like, oh gosh. And then I got off. And he always got off at a certain stop, I think, also. So he would come on while I was on there. He would leave while I was on there. So I wasn't dating Eddie at the time. Pretty soon I was going to stop taking the bus because Eddie was going to be taking me home, and the rest is history. But every time he got on the bus, he would turn around and just stare at me. And he was a Hispanic man with huge ears, not like a big nose, but like a bulbous nose. He was older than me. And he would always, if he sat sideways, he would turn around and just face me and stare at me. He never said anything again to me. That was the only thing he ever said to me. So it made an impact on me, and I still don't know what it means, but I think I do. Back in the old days, I have RBF, and I still have RBF. I'll be looking at you like this. I'm not mad. That's just my face. So he might have thought that I was like upset or just cranky or something like that, and he may not have been. At the time, I thought it was too creepy. Leave me alone. And then started dating Eddie, and I told him. And the creepy thing is I went to a doctor's appointment. Eddie had taken me to a doctor's appointment, and I was on this street. The office was against the street, and on the wall that we were facing was all glass, and you could see the street. And he and I were sitting there, and that same man, which I hadn't seen in a long time because Eddie and I were already dating, and he was driving me, and I didn't have to get on the bus. This man walks slowly by, and as he passes the window, he turns around and he looks inside the building, and he keeps walking. Eddie, that's the guy with the jumbo ears and because I had told him the whole story, right? Because it was it creeped me out. And so that is like so amazing. Like, that man is in my life. He's in my life story. And now he doesn't creep me out as much as, because I can kind of understand it and see it from a different perspective. He might have had like autism or something like that. And now I just thought it just creeped me out. I was young. I didn't know anything, right? And I didn't like people talking to me, and he kept staring at me and blah, 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 blah. But anyways, he's part of my story. So that's my story about the man with the jumbo ears and the jumbo nose. Uh-oh, turn on your glue gun. The groups. Bye, Mandy. Thank you. See you later. Okay, so that was my Sunday. We went to Joanne's. I made a video. It's there. I linked it in the description, but you can go find it. It's my latest video. And then after that, came home, and then I had our rescheduled crochet meeting, and it was very lovely with everybody here. So that was my week. Now, what do I plan to do this week? I plan to finish my shawl. Do I have anything else? I have no craft shows I'm really working for. My daughter's going to do Comic-Con. I'm going to give her stuff, but I'm not going to go in June unless I decide to go. I'm going to be like just a paying customer that goes in and shops. So what else am I going to do this week? I don't know. I'm going to take it easy. I just want to enjoy this crocheting project. I want to finish my strawberry bag. I want to make a tutorial for you guys. I still have one of my recycle reuse ideas, and I have the item right here that I want to use. I might work on that, but I want to make a lot of shorts. These are my goals. make a lot of shorts, make at least one tutorial, work on my shawl, work on the strawberry, go to my crochet meetings, take care of my dogs. What else? And take lots of naps. I'm really trying to take care of myself now. I pushed myself so hard when I had my children because they were very important to me, and they were very, I needed to take care of them, right? I love them. And so I always pushed myself, and I did not let myself nap. I did not let myself rest. I go, 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 no matter what. And still, if my kids call me today and they need something, I will go no matter what I feel like, right? If they needed something, I will be there for them. But and they know that, and they don't ask much of me because they know they're very considerate children, my children. I love them. And so I like to take care of myself now, and I'm going to nap. I'm going to crochet with my beautiful yarn. And so that's my plan for next week, and I will see you guys next Monday. And I think I am going to keep it live because I kind of like it. Kind of creepy, right, Winsome? Groups, not groups. Erg, LOL. Troops. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you. I hope I am a nice person. 'Tis my goal in life. You want to crochet a buddy? They're too loud. Well, what are they doing? Can't you ignore them? I've already learned to ignore people. I learned how to block out sounds. Bye, Winsome Cat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on Yarn Talk Monday. This video will be on my channel so you can catch it. Bye, Shima. Bye, everybody. Go crochet, make something beautiful, relax, take care of yourself, and be kind to others. I might have found a motto. All right. Bye, guys. Ooh, 12 o'clock exactly. Bye, Rita. Love you. Love you.